Right, so these are the top 5 best VPN services to use in 2025. And kicking things off in no particular order, the first best VPN of 2025 is the very popular NordVPN. Now, NordVPN is one of the cheapest full-featured premium VPNs of 2025, with differing tiers starting from as low as just £2.22 a month on long-term signups using the exclusive link in the video description below, which also gives you 4 months, I believe, extra free. For that, you can get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you're not happy with the VPN service for whatever reason, you can cancel it without being charged, and you're covered for up to 10 devices per account, which is an improvement from the 5 or 6 that I think it used to be. Now, a key feature that some VPN users look for in terms of the trust of privacy is a VPN service that doesn't track or log your browsing traffic. And NordVPN have been audited 4 times now to prove that they have a no logs policy. Some popular VPNs haven't even had a single audit. You have available apps on desktop, Windows, Mac and Linux, mobile, Android and iOS, and extensions like Chrome, Firefox and Edge. On top of that, it's compatible with TV and streaming platforms like Android, Apple and Fire TV, and Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Raspberry Pi, and even things like Oculus Quest, which I think is pretty cool. Speeds are good if you have a decent internet connection, but actually not the best on the list, as you'll see. On today's tests, my speeds have been around 350 down, 65 up, and I have had all of the VPNs set to their default protocols for these tests. Differing protocols, internet speeds, server locations, etc. will provide varying speeds, so this is something you may want to test yourselves on your free trial signups before any money comes out of your account. You have a kill switch and the server locations are plentiful, and the app is super easy to use. You have your VPN server list and you can select using the map too. You have DNS filtering, which can help block ads and malicious domains, and there's a really cool feature which isn't common on other services called MeshNet. Now, MeshNet is a type of virtual network that allows multiple devices to connect and communicate with one another directly, even when they're located in different parts of the world. And you can access files and media remotely and transfer files securely. You also have a dark web monitor, dedicated IP, and double VPN, as well as Onion over VPN and P2P. Streaming is great, probably one of the best actually, and Netflix and BBC iPlayer, for example, work very well for your geo-locked content. It's also pretty bug-free as a service on the whole. NordVPN have been ever present in the VPN game since their inception in 2012, right up to today in 2025, and they've always been owned by one company. Again, some of the others on this list have been bought and sold, which might be a factor for you. I like the fact that they are continuing to update and add features and also offer additional services like password manager, cloud storage, and recently a suite of cybersecurity tools as well. This popular VPN should definitely be on your list. But as great as Nord is, popular doesn't always mean the best, because that's subjective and cost might be key. If that is the case, then the cheapest for sure on this list are both Surfshark at just £159 a month plus the 4 completely free months using the link again below, and PIA or Private Internet Access at just £157. But which is the better of these cheapest VPN services? Well, first up, let's talk Surfshark. And this is a very popular VPN and heavily talked about by fellow creators and media outlets, and for good reason. It's cheap, as we have established, and it just does things really efficiently and simple. It really is a VPN for dummies almost. Not that that's a bad thing, you just simply don't have to be necessarily that techie to use it. It can be slightly buggy at times when connecting. It sometimes takes a few tries, I've noticed, but this is few and far between, and overall the experience is excellent, and it's certainly one of my most used services. Compatible again with basically every major platform, and I really like the fact that the second tier contains an antivirus too, and the third tier, or Surfshark 1 Plus, has data removal by incognito, which helps to eliminate spam, scams and identity theft, and I think that service itself alone can be anywhere up to around £6 a month, so that's really cool. Surfshark has also been audited and doesn't retain and record your information, and the apps are possibly my favourite of all VPN services available. The UI is excellent. Although I do rarely get a random annoyance whereby you press connect and it takes a few tries to actually connect, even though you know your internet connection is good. Again, speeds are very good, actually better than Nord sometimes, but still not the highest on the list. And while the server locations are a substantial number, they again aren't the highest, so streaming in certain locations may not be slightly as good. Surfshark does, however, offer unlimited devices on any one account, as does Private Internet Access, or PIA, which is also one of the cheapest 2025 VPN services and quite possibly the most secure, as their no-logs claims have even been proven in court. However, I must confess, PIA did change owners, I believe, the year after that court case. So you are putting your trust in the new company, in this case Cape, hoping they are the same way inclined. I would like to believe they are, but that's a decision you will have to make for yourself. I don't find the app quite as intuitive as possibly Surfshark or Nord, but they do share a lot of the same features. Consistent upgrade cycles, fixing and adding new features from split tunnel and WireGuard issues, UI updates and more. You can request port forwarding, use the kill switch, and use an advanced version of that kill switch that completely blocks traffic from going outside the VPN when it's turned off. Super fast speeds with this one, good for streaming and compatible with all the major streaming platforms, although probably not quite as good as Nord on this front, which is probably my favourite for this activity. The only one thing to consider with PIA is its headquarters are based in the US, so while they have proved no logs etc. before, the US does have different data retention laws to some of the others on the list, which are from the likes of Panama and the British Virgin Islands, which don't have any data retention laws. Now, a tiny bit more expensive than the last two 2025 VPNs is Hide.me or HideMe VPN at £2.39 a month. And again, 3 free months using the link below. Hide.me is another very feature-rich service, but probably specialises in privacy. There is, as far as I can see, no history at all of any questionable activity. They've had audits, had no data breaches, and they appear on paper anyway, squeaky clean. I get great speeds here again, and it's available on all the major platforms too, on up to 10 devices again. You have a smart guard feature which includes an ad blocker and parental filter. You also have split tunneling too, and a stealth guard feature which can bind the internet to the VPN, meaning Hide.me will be running whenever you use the internet, even if the app is not open itself. You can also block certain app connections when the VPN is not running, again providing more relief to any privacy concerns. And then we have the most expensive on the list, ExpressVPN. This comes in currently at just over £4 a month, which is not expensive, but it is nearly double the rest of them. So for that, you would expect double the product quality. But do you get that? Well, in all honesty, no. But it does have some really cool features. Number one, in my experience, it is one of the fastest in the industry and always has been good in that department. It's also great for streaming and has over 3,000 servers in over 100 countries. It does have simple to use apps and extensions with quite a few customizable sections like advanced protection, protocols, and IPv6 leak protection. You do only have 8 devices on any one account, and it is another VPN under the Cape umbrella, so that might be something to consider. All the links to all the VPNs I've mentioned today in the video description below with the best prices and, crucially, those free trials. So if you are interested, go and check them out, give it a free trial. If you like it, you can sign up. If you don't, you can move on, and it hasn't cost you a penny. Check out some of my other tech videos that I think you might enjoy here. My name's Adam. You've been the best as always. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.